Greetings YouTubers, today we are going to be looking at this AutoJare 12V 3/8 cordless ratchet socket impact wrench right angle battery 60 Newton meters torque. This one is the newer one they have out. I bought an old one about 2 years ago, and it looks like this one here now has a lot of new features with it and accessories. As you can see in the picture here, this one here is about $51.66. I got it in about 4 days. You get 2 batteries, you get 7mm sockets, you get a charger, and also you get the box that comes in with there. Pretty nice looking. Features that it does have 3/8" drive, directional switch. It has a safety lock, which my old one did not. Has a rubber handle on it and a 12V battery. And of course you get all the things you see there in the picture. And like I said, 3/8 drive with a 3/8 socket with a 1/4" little tiny socket for some of the smaller jobs. Now up here it says it has 45 foot-pounds of torque. Now this is just for light jobs. A lot of the brand names go for over $100. I like buying cheaper stuff because sometimes they will just last just as long as the good stuff, as long as you don't break them and wail on it like I did with my old one. And of course this has got the forward and reverse control, pretty simple to use. And it has an anti-slip soft grip. It says its superior fastening speed produces 320 minutes RPMs with the variable speed trigger for excellent stability and control. And also it has overload protection. Also it comes with a little LED light to give you some light if you're working in the dark. A cute little battery charger. Unlike my old one, it didn't have the battery charger. You just plug the charger right into the battery itself. And there are some more sales photos. Like I said, $51. I don't think you can beat it. The video I did on my old one here about 2 years ago, this in here did not come with the extra battery charger. You just got the tool itself, 2 sockets, and a box, and that was it. And you got a little bit of a cord. And this one here was $59. I don't even think you can even buy these anymore. I've looked through eBay, and it looks like these are pretty much off the market now and have been replaced by the newer ones. And here's a quick video that I did do on that a couple of years ago. You can see pretty bare bones, just the tool itself, 1 battery, and a little charger that you plug in the side of the battery. So I think this newer one will be a pretty good work tool for me. Like I said, this one here would have still kept going, but I was just a little too rough on it in all fairness. Alright, so before we open the new one, here's what the old would look like. I'm still using it until a point I broke it about a week ago. This is all you get. You get an old manual, you get this really cheap charger, and there's the tool itself. And what I broke was the head of it here. And basically there is a piece in here that kind of works this and spins it around, and this whole thing comes out just with a little clip. But I wanted to show you what I actually broke. So if you get one of these tools, don't wail on it too hard because you'll end up breaking the entire thing. And here is the piece I actually broke. If you look closely right here, you'll see a crack right about there. And when I was kind of torquing on this a little too hard, I heard it snap, and that's what happened. And this will work, but if you go to tighten anything down, it'll just sit there and do nothing. Basically, here are the parts. Maybe it could be fixed someday, I don't know, but like I said, this is the old one, and basically you had to charge this one up here through the battery itself. You just plug this in to the side. I'm glad I don't have to do that no more. It'll be nice to have an extra charger just to drop these batteries down in, but that's how I broke this. So in all fairness, like I said, this thing would still be working, but I'll put this off the side. Who knows, maybe I can find some parts for it, if they even do parts for them. But now let's go ahead and open the new one. Alright, so let's go ahead and open this up and see what we got. This is exactly the way it came in the mail today. USPS, regular post office. In this case, with the tool, is about as heavy as the old one, so probably lighter material, I don't know. Alright, so there's that. Now, I never know which way, I guess you want to open it. I don't know if this is AutoJare or AutoJare, who knows, but let's see what we got here. And there it is. Yeah, alright, so we got more stuff. We got the manual, operating manual. See if the tool is identical. Well, it's going to be different. A little bit different because it's got Some safety features on it. Alright, so this has got an on-off button here, which my old one did not have, which is hard to work. There we go. Working a while to be alright. And back on. Alright. Nice trigger. Basically, the tool looks about the same, lithium powered. Alright, so here is our charger we get this time. And we get 2 batteries. And let's see how well these fit in here. Alright, fit in there, you know, pretty well. They click when they go in, which is kind of nice. Actually, I noticed you can charge these right here too. Wow, that's kind of weird. Okay, so they give you this optional battery charger to set these down in here. But the old one had a place here where you can charge them too. So, I guess I can use the old battery too then, right? Let's just find out. Alright, so here's the old battery, how the old one, 1.5 amp, 1.5 milliamp amp. Okay, well, see, this one's got the little place on the side too. So, I have an extra battery. Interesting. Okay, so after I play around with this a little bit, when this is on, the trigger works good. This is actually a lock for the trigger, and now you see you can't move it or anything. So, once that works a little bit, that'll get a little bit easier. So there is that. And of course, we move the charger out of the way here, and you get the little sockets, and that's basically about it. So the case is a little bit better than the old one. The case, none of the stuff actually would fit in there very well. This here seems to fit in here a little bit better, like that. So there you go. So we'll plug this up here and charge up a battery. All right, so we get a little charger plugged up, and let's see how long it takes. Is about 1 o'clock. We'll see how long it takes this to get fully charged. Okay, after an hour and 50 minutes, an hour and 50 minutes, almost 2 hours, that battery's finally charged. These things must have been pretty much dead when they got here. So let's go ahead and do this one here. See how long that one takes. And battery number 2, about 2 hours, hour and 50 minutes to charge up. So there is that. Alright, we'll go ahead and put one of these batteries in here and see how it sounds. And we'll make sure this is off, turn that off. After I work this a little bit, it's gotten a lot easier to work with. So it's locked. My other one, it would bounce around the case, and sometimes it would go off, so at least I can lock this. And let's see. Nice, sounds just like my other one. This one here is the model. Now this one here, the newer one, the model number is L1205B. It is a 12 volt, 320 minute revolution. And the older one here, model number is let's see, it's a L120-15A3, which is basically the same thing speed-wise, revolutionary-wise, 320 minute revolutions a minute, and all that. But if I hold them up here side by side, there's some subtle changes, not a lot of big changes. I think the biggest change is just this locking trigger, and maybe the handle area is a little bit different. Other than that, they look identical. Now with this one here, I did want to mention, I did get all these sockets here. You have 17 mil all the way down to a 10 mil. I didn't get any grease. Now with the older one, I got this little tube of grease here, and I guess it was actually to grease the head up a little bit. The instructions didn't say a whole lot. And one thing I forgot to mention in the last video, when I did a video of the old one here, this is not even the right manual that came with this. I don't know what this is. This is for the Lion cordless drill. So obviously there was no instructions in here, even what to do with that grease. So I thought that was a little weird. I actually went back to my old video. This is the manual that came with it, but the new one does have the right manual, and you can see here it actually says AutoJare Operator's Manual and all that. So, but on the readout here on the front, it doesn't say anything about grease. So I guess I'll get my own grease and spray it a little bit. But this is the manual for this, so that's good. So for now, we got the battery in it. What we're going to do, we're going to use this a few days, let you know how long and how it seems like it's going to do. I think it's going to be okay. Seems it's pretty heavy. You know, just like I said, don't go breaking bolts. You can break, you know, you can do a little torquing with it, but nothing like, you know, Hercules would do. And we'll play around with this for a few days. Yeah, so we got the 3 lights here. Basically tells you the battery status, I guess. So there's that. Alright, I'll see you back here in a few days once I play around with this a little bit and give you my final opinion. Alright everyone, we're back after about 2 or 3 days. You can see there's my old Subaru sitting out there. And I had to do some oil pan work on it. And there's the tool, and the challenge was keeping it nice and clean, but you know, I haven't had any problems with it. The head here gets a little warm when you're using it, and the battery, well, it never did go dead on me. It's still got some power in it, and I think I've used it probably over an hour or so, getting some smaller bolts off and stuff. So, you know, overall, I'm happy with it. Just don't go, like I said, trying to break big bolts loose with it. You can do a little bit, but not a lot. And I'll take much better care of this one here. So I hope you guys like this video. For $50-some, I don't think you can beat it. But if you want to go ahead and spend $100 on a name brand, hey, go for it. You'll probably get less accessories. But like I said, if you just kind of take it easy with these tools, they work just as good as some of the bigger tools. Maybe not as powerful. Then if you want something really powerful, then obviously you're going to have to spend a lot more money. But for general use, I think this is okay. Alright guys, so there you go. Hope you like this little video. If you do, give it a thumbs up and say hi and let me know where you're watching from. And until my next video guys, I will see you later.